What does it mean to live on a budget? Being on a budget is sometimes misunderstood to mean that you do not have much money. A budget is not something you only need when you are short on money. It is the reality that successful people use to help direct their money to where it needs to go. Your money behaves perfectly. It doesn't spend itself on shiny new electronics, elaborate vacations, and fancy clothes. Your money does exactly what you tell it to do. That is where a budget comes in. A budget is simply a written plan for your money. It is the pathway that you will direct your money through to make sure that at the end of the month, you haven't spent what was supposed to pay your electric bill at Starbucks. If you want to break the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, having a budget and updating it monthly is a must. The good thing is, it is not very difficult to do. Here are the steps to get you started. Write out your expenses. Just sit down and write out all the things you spend money on monthly. It doesn't have to be a comprehensive list, and the amounts don't have to be exact. To begin with, we just want to get a general idea of what you spend. You can download the Quick Start Budget from our website. It will cover most of your significant expenses and give you an idea of where your money is going. This is mainly the essentials: food, shelter, clothing, and transportation. Actually thinking about where all the money is going and writing it down might surprise you. The next step is equally simple. For one whole month, you need to track and write down every single dollar you spend. At the end of the month, you will have some invaluable information. If you have ever wondered why you can't seem to get ahead, an in-depth look at your spending like this will give you some very good insight into what might be keeping you stuck. Perhaps you will discover that you are spending 3 times more than you thought on eating out. You might even come to the conclusion that your job situation should change because your income simply is not adequate to your basic needs. One thing is certain, you will have a better handle on how to write a realistic and functional budget after this exercise. Now that you have a better grasp of where your money is going, now it is time to write out your budget plan. You can use the monthly cash flow download form from our website. Write out what you expect to spend on each line item in the coming month. Each category on the form gives a recommended percentage for that category, which relates to your take-home pay. This is a good guideline for how much you should be spending on each category, but might not be an exact fit for your budget. It is important to update your budget monthly. If you aren't updating the information regularly, your budget will not be accurate and can cause a problem. Once you have filled in all of the categories fully and comprehensively, with as close as an estimate as you can make on each, you should have a balance that totals to 0. If you do all this and end up with a negative balance, you will have to modify your budget to make sure you have enough money for each item. This might mean trimming areas of spending where you are able to do so, or increasing your income with a second job. If after filling out the form you have money left over, great. That means you have been thrifty in your budget. However, if you do not tell that money where to go in writing, the chances are high that it will find somewhere to go on its own. Money rarely finds your savings account without direction, but has a keen sense of how to end up at your local restaurants. So if you have money left over, edit your budget to put it somewhere. Your first step is to save $1,000 in an emergency fund and do it quickly. For those that do, put that extra money down on your smallest debt and start the debt snowball process. Once you are doing this right, it won't be long before that extra money grows and you are able to really start knocking out your debt and beefing up your savings. A budget may seem overwhelming, but in the end, it is well worth it. Please contact the Money Coaches for further assistance and information at www.themoneycoaches.com.